In 2021, we began the COVID-19 Mental Health Project as an effort to create holistic and accessible pathways to meet the mental health needs of people in India during and post COVID-19. We supported the mental health needs of those who require support by providing free one-on-one therapy, support groups, and community spaces. Since then, One Future Collective has worked extensively to address the mental health needs of our community through various pathways such as therapy, group spaces, workshop on a regular basis. Last year, we supported the mental health needs of over 1,500 individuals with your support. Let's hear from Megha, a volunteer on the project, share their experience.
I began volunteering with One Future Collective on the COVID mental health project last year during the second wave. In a few months, I took on operations of the project and managed that until the end of the year. The project began with a desperate need to provide mental health support to people on the front line of the pandemic who were either unable to afford the support or in some way reluctant to access it. I think a lot of the efforts that we put in, particularly in the beginning, were about figuring out what COVID workers most broadly defined, including caregivers, journalists, laboratory workers, and so on, really needed and wanted, and how we could support them through that. In a few months, it became apparent that, of course, the impacts of the pandemic are not limited to those working on the front line. And we expanded the reach of the project to anybody who was not financially able to support mental health services for themselves. So from September, the demand just absolutely skyrocketed. It was overwhelming to deal with, but very, very rewarding to see when it worked out. So we matched hundreds of clients with mental health professionals to provide one-on-one therapy, and also really got into the rhythm of running different types of group sessions, whether that was sharing circles or community spaces where you don't necessarily have to come and talk about grief or mental health in any way, but just to share the space with people in the absence of being able to do that in person. So to share some virtual space with people and do crafts or dancing or just moving the body a little bit, some breathing. And we had incredible mental health professionals facilitating all of these things, which was great. My experience with the project was really positive and, like I said, super rewarding to see people being able to access these services and to see the impact that it had. There were a couple of emergency cases that we were able to respond to, and while that's a very intense thing for a team to have to do, yeah, you really, really feel like you did something and you helped someone at the end of that day, which is wonderful. So I think looking forward, as One Future Collective is looking to grow and expand the reach of this project, it would be phenomenal if you could continue to donate and support. It was entirely crowdfunded to begin with, and we were able to do such amazing work for so many people with the funds that we raised last year. So now that we're fundraising again, I really appeal and request that if you have anything to spare at all, do support this project, and it does some real, direct, immediate, and urgent good for people who really need that mental health support right now in what is a particularly difficult time in the world for all of us. Thank you.